Mmm, gotta love that coffee, huh? Hey, so for today, Epic raises prices on Fortnite because it's got to pay the bills. Huh? What? That's some funny ass shit. Also, some, an awesome 360 combo and the PlayStation lawsuit has begun. Let's go.
Wake up, it's a brand new day. Crazy Lou's here, got something to say. Good morning, gamers, rise and shine. It's time to play, let's have a good time. Morning, gaming community. With Crazy Lou, it's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free. In the world of games, we're just meant to be. Grab us, come and eat a scene. Crazy Lou is ready, it's a gaming scene. Roomies trading people, orders in. All recent gaming, go rates and pay top bean. Good morning, coming moving. It's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free.
Initiating launch sequence.
Let's begin. Good morning, everybody. Also, afternoon and evening, the crazy one. Wishing you all a beautiful and an awesome Wednesday. Good morning, chat. How are you all doing? I hope everyone is having one hell of a beautiful day. I sure as hell am because shit, we got some spicy news. Damn, some spicy news today dropping in early this morning because we know. Yesterday we mentioned the lawsuit, right? We mentioned the lawsuit. We talked a little bit about it, but we didn't have enough info what happened until today. Finally landed earlier this morning. So I had to do a quick switch around because we were going to talk about how Epic is going to raise the prices to pay the bills for Fortnite. I mean, bro, seriously? Y'all gonna raise the prices for the number one game out there to pay the bills? Shit. I mean, that's no. I'm sorry, no. That's some funny ass shit. But yeah, and also a cool 360 conversation that happened, with Peter Moore, which is some stuff, I want to add just in case, Xbox comes by, listens, you know how it is. It was a good conversation though. Some good stuff out there that, Xbox kind of like needs to add by the things we have said before, and is to get tough with that. Yes, yes. Ubay says GDC not for another 4 hours. I know, and I'll be out during that time because I have to do an errand and have to do a couple things. So Big B Money says Fortnite is still free, right? Yeah, it is still free, my friend. But they gotta raise the prices on the V Bucks in order to pay the bills. That's a weird one right there. That's a weird one right there. I don't understand though. But anyways, let me say good morning to everybody that's in the chats. We have in the building BB Money B. Hello, BB Money. How are you doing, man? What's up, brother? What's cooking? Pickles. Hello, 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 Pickles. What's up? What's up? What's up? 30 below. Salute. What's up, 30 below? Hello, Talos, the man with the ray. What's up, Talos? How you doing, my friend? Ha ha. Oh man. Like I said, let's start off with the Xbox 360 combo, right? Some cool stuff happened yesterday. I'm gonna start off with that and then move up to to the Sony lawsuit because I want to start with that because at the end of the day, it was a cool interview that he did with Peter Moore, and that was this guy. What's his name? The guy that we all dislike. I think that was him though. Shit, I forgot his name. The guy from the UK that always slanders Xbox. What was his name? Mm, what was this? What was his name? What was his name? Christopher Dring. There you go. There you go. Christopher Dring was the one who actually did an interview to him, and was talking about the time when when 360 was going on, and brought up some good things though. Brought up some good things. Let me see. Commando Striker says this is why Sony is assessed trying to make their own Fortnite. They saw how they can exploit money from those addicted to Fortnite gamers. Yep. Because man, wait till we get to that lawsuit. Woo wee, woo! Death Ray Tower. Sony gamers poking with sticks and toilet bowls for new games. Brother Richie, what's up? I don't care. As long as the Fortnite players finance my Epic Games freebies, I'm good. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. What do you mean? Oh, this man. What do you mean? This week's XSC podcast, Max said the MS is expected to sell more than 10 million heatless consoles. Laugh a lot. eBay, listen, I'm just going to drink my coffee after I read that comment. I'm not even going to say nothing. I'm not even going to say nothing. Seriously, I'm not even going to say nothing. I'm not even going to say nothing. That was just, oh my God. No, I just can't. Seriously, I just can't. I can't. Um, there's some stuff I see out there, cool, that I just like, okay, interesting. But for you to go out there and act like there's a number that they're going to aim for and that's it, and supposedly because he talks to the higher ups, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, not going to deal with that. Gonna be selling my console for the Xbox One X TMR. Nice. What does Nib have to do in this conversation, though? You said Nib. Oh, what do you mean by Nib, though? What's happening with Nib? Helix will be super expensive. Don't think that many will buy it compared to just a PC. Pillow Cool, let me tell you something. There's a lot of misinformation out there, right? At this very moment, there's a lot of misinformation because people say the word premium, or people say this. We do not have a confirmation on a price. We don't have that yet. If we had it, then we'll talk about it. If it's expensive, it's not. But we cannot sit here and just be like, oh, because someone out there said it's a $1,500 console, $2,000 console, $3,000 console, $4,000 console. We cannot go out there and talk about this like that. We have to wait to till we find out what the truth of the price is, because it'll be insane if they go out there and release a box that's going to cost a lot of money. But in order for that box to cost a lot of money, they have to back it up. So we don't know nothing about the console itself. Ubase says parts breakdown puts it at 100 cost to build. That's not much. The current XSX as the current XXX, and it's got power equivalent to 5080. You're not buying a PC for 1K. Man Gamer XSC talks so much love for his PS5 Pro. Yeah, yet the PS5 Pro feature working Mag is caught out and duped by Sony. Oh shit. Ah, chat. I don't know, chat. Look, I don't even know what to say. I mean, about stuff like that. I mean, every time I read stuff you guys bring up from another show, I don't even know what to say. I mean, all I can do is probably slander them, destroy them, or say something, to what. But at the end of the day, they're gonna keep on going out there and saying what they say. All I'm saying is, when you hear stuff like that, take it as a grain of salt. That's all I gotta say. I only go by FY hardware leaks. Oh, for 4chan? Nah, they're not real. They're not real leaks. That's what I mean, though. They're not real because they have not been confirmed by the company. You gotta wait till the company confirms it, my friend. So, like I said, you gotta go around it and take it as a grain of salt. Just wait for the company confirmation, my friend. Don't be listening to all these guys out there throwing stuff, prices, and everything, just for them a couple years later say, "See, I told you, I nailed it." Nah, come on, no, don't believe that. Before Pro launch, Max said the insiders told him it's playing games at native 4K, locked 120 with full ray tracing. I mean, if you want that shit, I don't know. If you want that shit, go to a PC. Shit. So like I was saying, let's talk about the 360 conversation that came out, some stuff that was interesting in the convo, which I read and I was like, whoa, this is pretty cool stuff. Peter Moore, they interviewed him and he brought up some cool ideas, for Xbox to stick in. I love the idea that he said that, which was pretty cool. Fun, right? Hey, what's up, Rainy G4? How you doing, man? So I think a lot of people have ducked by the Pisser and PS5 Pro. Of course, they're gonna kiss up to it. I don't know why they kiss up to it. Instead of being as honest they can be. I mean, look, I said it before, and I'll say this again. If you have a PS4, I'll repeat this again. If you have a PS4 and you're ready to do the jump and you got $750 to shell out, go for it. Shell it out. Get yourself a PS5 Pro, no problem. I mean, you're gonna see the difference right there. But if you got a regular PS5 and let me see, usas para bolear zapatos. What do you mean by bolear? ¿Qué productos usas para bolear zapatos? Oh, you're talking about like shiny shoes? Hmm. What products I use? Well, there's a store here that is mainly about shoes, so I go buy my products there. I gotta show it to you. I have them in here. I have them back there, so I can show it to you later about the products I use, to clean shoes and to shine the shoes and all that stuff. So, yeah, because I found out what bolear is the other day because I was watching El Chavo del Ocho, and he mentioned that word. I was like, oh, okay, I never knew that was a word for it. Good old Chavo del Ocho, guys. Good old Chavo del Ocho. So let's bring up the. Hold on a second. Let me open my Twitch just in case people go by to say hi, so I can say hi to them. Oh, good morning, Zuri. How you doing? Hope you had a good night's sleep because I know there were storms over there. Hope you had a good night's sleep and everything turned out to be fine. You could relax and everything. So here we go, chat. Let's cover this fast, quick, and easy. Pause. I know that sounded wrong, but it's the truth though. So, like I was saying, Louis Shoeshine. Yeah, I know what it is. I know what it is. Louis Shoeshine. Remember how Phil and Sarah were saying consoles for next generation? Now the new message is consoles. Have you guys noticed that? Message is console. Have you guys noticed that? Mm. Yeah, because we're focusing on the console itself, not consoles. Console. So here we go. All right, where's the news here? Got it. All right, perfect. So, like I was mentioning, he did a pretty good interview, and he talked a little about the 360 and everything that they went through with the 360 and how to get the product out there and everything. One thing that's important is right here, how he says that in more executives like Steve Ballmer and chief software architect Bill Gates saw a fiery spirit that wouldn't be afraid to get aggressive and take the fight on Xbox competition. Come on, Adela. We need that fierce spirit back. Let it go. But as the importance of having a strong presence on the living room for all forms of entertainment grew, Moore was also one of the key visionaries that made the 360 an entertainment machine. When I met with Bill, he said, I'm concerned that Sony is going to own the living room, which we all know at the end of the day kind of did. Besides PC now, because PC actually owns the living room now compared to Sony. How do I know this? Because there's almost 2 billion gamers out there that play on PC. Yet these guys don't talk about it. They rather talk about, PlayStation. Yeah, we know that. You all know this because, Marathon has not yet gotten reviewed. Now we know that, they get the bag, baby. You guys are probably getting the bag, huh? That you guys are not reviewing Marathon. But I'll get back to that later on. So let's keep going. Let's see. And that will be forever. Let me see. I'm concerned that Sony is going to own the living room, and that will be forever relegated to being a computer on a desk in an office, and that's not what we want. And so, broadband starts democratize your access to the internet, and entertainment will start flowing through there. We need to be in the living room, and the best way to be in the living room, I see, says Bill, is video games said more. He saw what he eventually built with the 360, which was previously Xenon, which is that it. It's not just a game machine, but an entertainment machine. And a tagline we came up with: reliving entertainment experience powered by human energy. That's our line, and that's That's what we built. He continued. But Steve said, I need somebody to throw punches, and we're a bunch of nerds. His words, and we needed to revamp. We needed our own environment. All right? Continue on going. And so more and the rest of the Xbox team positioned the brand as a completely separate entity from Microsoft, keeping the company's name away from Xbox marketing and focusing on making it that cool entertainment box for your living room, rather than something adjacent to Windows. In a key meeting with Bill, I said, look, you're going to see 360 packaging. You're not going to see Microsoft anywhere near. We're going to create a brand that is Xbox. Now, people will know that it's owned by Microsoft, but we need to segment ourselves away from Excel, PowerPoint, Windows, and T servers. It needs to be different. And Bill, to his credit, said absolutely. And so we created an Xbox brand. A lot happened to it in those succeeding years, but it sits today as one of the top 100 brands in the world. And I'm very proud of our team was able to do that in the early days. Another thing he mentions that is not here in the article, it's not here in the article, is how he needed to get the media's respect. That's something wanted to cover over here. He needed to get the media's respect, and he went out there and got the respect that Xbox deserves. Something that's happening these days. When I sit here and talk about how everybody is going out there tumbling on Xbox, criticizing Xbox, destroying Xbox, as the way they do, Xbox needs to get that back. They do, they do, they do, and I know, and I have a feeling that don't know why, but I think they will. But remember, guys, take that as a grain of salt. Because even though it's a feeling, it's a personal opinion, and sometimes it doesn't go through as as we think it will. Sometimes it doesn't. Maybe plans change. We don't know because right now everything is being studied. But we do need that aggressive Microsoft back. We do need it. That's why wanted to talk a little bit about that interview. It was a good like 5 or 10 minutes. He also talked about the red rings of death and the headache it caused them. Because they wanted to rush the product out there to take down PlayStation. And yeah, Peter Moore was a bit more aggressive. We need some of that aggressiveness back. Like I said, I have mentioned several times, and also try to get the media's respect along the way. Mm. Ah. So Rainer G4 says 360 Peter Moore was good at marketing, but 360 was a great console outside the red ring of death. I said Peter Moore was Phil Jackson and his coaching Michael Jordan. There you go. There you go. See? We need that back, my friends. We need that back. We need that back. That's like I always said, the only problem with Microsoft is the marketing. We need that back. We need that spiciness. We need that sauce. We need all that stuff. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I think the point is for the great console user, not that it compete with tech available on significantly stronger hardware. You're right. For my part, I will remote play the Xbox Helix. I'm sad how AMD is letting down millions of users. Hmm. This okay, he says here frame gen is not good. It adds latency. If you play low FPS, it could feel even more laggy. It catch 22 tech and only work if you already at higher FPS. What are you guys talking about here? You guys talking about the Pisser tech or what? Hmm. Hey TJ, good morning, my brother. So you're at work. Wait, if Helix is PC console, who worked on the drivers, Microsoft or AMD? That's a good question. We will find that out along the way, Rach. You will find that out along the way, my friend. We will find that out along the way. So the purpose of frame generation extends GPU lifespan. Instead of upgrading your GPU every 4 to 5 years, you extend your GPU to 7 to 8 years before you upgrade a new one thanks to frame generation. Oh, nice. Not know that. Good stuff. It's going to be PC console. Of course, it's going to be PC console. That's why it's called a hybrid in the first place. Yep. And it's a device AMD. It's a device. It's a AMD device, so it's probably going to run AMD drivers. Yeah, Microsoft should control the drivers for it. Microsoft has to have. We don't give a fuck about the haters' mindset. Exactly. That's what they need to have. Yeah, about Jeff rushing off high guard. You still see more frames, but experience feel worse. Animation is smooth, but not gameplay. Are you guys still talk about Blizzard Tech though? Because let me tell you something, and Reichi will tell you this. Reichi knows about this because Reichi is a hardware guy, right? He likes his hardware. And the thing about all these AI upscalers, there's gonna have issues. And of course, look, It's going to take time for these AI upscalers to be on a perfect state. It's going to take time, my friends. It will. Pizzer Tech, keep that word in your mind. Oh, we gotta keep that Pizzer Tech in your mind. Why would I have to have pisser in my mind though? The only thing I worry about pisser is when I gotta go take a piss. But I'm not gonna worry about pisser tech. Why should I worry about that? Xbox needs to be healed. Yes, we need to have Triple H out there, with his championship belt, like he did, for 2 or 3 years, which was pretty annoying back in the old WWE days, when he was champion for like 2 or 3 years, and when anyone had the championship for more than a month. Mm. Nah, just kidding. It doesn't need to be that. But yes, we need Xbox to be heels, my friend. We need it. We need that heel to come back. We need that aggressive to come back because at the end of the day, there's a lot of people trashing the box, and the question is why? For what? Because of a fanboy narrative? Okay. So you guys are all mad because fanboys destroyed you for years, and this is the way you come back to it. Wow. Seriously? Y'all need to go outside and touch nature. If you're like that. No joke. Mad over video games. Yeah, I agree. They should study that thing and make a document on how video game fans get it as aggressive as they do. No joke, they get super aggressive. I have seen tweets out there that bro. I've always said something. This is video games talk. You guys do not have to bring personal life. Like if a person, has gone to jail or past criminal records, why in the blue hell am I going to post someone's criminal record out there? That makes me a target for that dude. No joke. What happens if he gets pissed and comes after me because I'm publicly posting his private life? Oh, man. I wouldn't want to see that. That's the thing about the word respect. There's a lot of people out there just. Mm-mm. I mean, there's people that post that, but shit, I mean, this is video game stuff, guys. This is video game stuff. And not I'm applauding what they did wrong, of course not. They did something wrong. That's their problem, but shit. Damn, putting out their public life out there, that's insane. Mm. When they probably don't even mention it, though. I don't get it. I don't get it. There are so many games to play on Game Pass. That is so true. Hasn't been released yet, and this is now the second week. And nothing on the Pistol Tech. All right. So supposedly Detective sees the Pro Pistol Tech patch is gonna be released today. So let's see if that's true. Well, if it does, cool. If it doesn't, cool too. Because look, at the end of the day, though, chat. At the end of the day, right? Even though they released the Pistol Tech 2.0, it's still not gonna be perfect. It's still not gonna be perfect. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time. There's gonna be some games that actually run it well, but not everything is gonna run well on it. Because even Raichi, has talked about that stuff a bunch of times here in the chat. How these new AI upscalers, has had some issues several times. So yeah, it's gonna take time, my friends. It's gonna take time. Supposedly, let me see. Refrigeration should never be used to achieve 60 FPS, maybe 80 to but 100, 180 makes sense. All right. Cool stuff, cool stuff. Moving on up, my friends, because we gotta bring up something. I was scratching my head yesterday when I read this news. I was like, wait a minute, how wait. The number one game out there. Let me see Joey's gonna hop in today. I don't know because Joey had a busy day and I had a busy day yesterday. I couldn't talk to Joey much. So let me see Joey's gonna come by just in case. But this one is a head scratcher because why oh why the number one game out there bringing in the cash, bringing in a shit ton. I'm telling you, this shit brings a lot of money. No joke. I mean, they bring in a lot of money. They're probably, but still, though, I scratch my head. Why, oh, why do you all need to do this right now at this very moment? Why? I mean, there's some stuff in life I just don't understand. And shit, hold up a second. Let me see if I can put this right here. All right, got it. Here we go. But it feels kind of odd, though, that they say it this way. This has got to be one of the oddest things I've ever read. Like seriously, we have talked about shutdowns, we have talked about layoffs, we have talked about a bunch of things, but wow, this is what they said though. Epic Fortnite maker raising in-game currency prices to help pay the bills. What? I mean, out of all, look, look. Shit. Number one game out there played on consoles, both consoles, no joke. Sometimes it moves down to two, but then it goes back to one. But this is the number one game played today. Today, and you guys are focusing to raise prices to pay bills? What are you all doing though? So let's read why this is about. Epic Games says it's raising the price of Fortnite in-game currency V-Bucks to help pay the bills because the cost of the game running because the cost of running the game had gone up a lot. How did that go up a lot? How, did you guys hire new people? Are you guys paying for too much concerts or what? The developer announced that from 19 March, the price of V-Bucks will increase to fans this May, while bonus currency rewards will also be removed from the game's main battle pass. Oh shit. But it added players will be a decrease in the cost of the battle pass, an optional seasonal pass players pay for to get special cosmetics. Wow. The good thing is I have like 20,000 V-Bucks, so that's not going to affect me probably right now. But shit, if people want to jump in though, damn. Although it's free to play, Fortnite is estimated to generate billions of dollars in revenue every year, making one of the world's most successful games. Exactly, that's why I'm scratching my head. It makes most of its money through in-game subscription and passes, what are known for as microtransactions. The increases mean players will get fewer V-Bucks when buying the game currency. For example, a $9 pack will give you now 800 V-Bucks, 1,000 beforehand. Wow, damn. A $22 will give you 2,400 V-Bucks, and before it was 2,800. A $36 one will now give you 4,500 V-Bucks, before it was 5,000. Wow. And an 89, I don't know who in the hell is paying $89. I mean, I'm not joking. Whoever pays that $89 should be, suplex out there. I'm not kidding you. Why would you pay $89 for this shit? Rachy says there is 3,500 people working on Fortnite. Listen, they can have 10,000s though, but shit, they're raising the price for what? That's insane. Hey, Mr. Din, good morning to you, sir. How you doing, Mr. Din? I hope everything is good. Supposedly, Additive sees the Pro Pisser Tech patch was going to be released today, so let's see. That's true. Okay, we read that. Frame generation should never read that. Frame gen makes more sense. Smooth. Drops like 55 to consistent 60. Xbox needs to play chess. Let's be nice. Put the strategy in each game they release and are associated with that. Also means third party. They don't need to be full exclusive. They don't need to be full multi-platform. 100%. So be nice or just stay time exclusive and make one day one Game Pass games. Cage the Cunning Cultist says that shit is crazy. Exactly. This is some crazy ass shit. I'm telling you, I'm impressed. Like out of all things, I'm impressed with this news. I'm not kidding. Like, look, if it was going down bad, I would have been shit. They gotta get the extra cash. But these guys are the number ones out there. It's like they're trying to milk the user. And that's the problem with these companies nowadays. They do their stuff, and guess what people do? That's what they do. They don't care. Like, oh, okay, it's just gonna lower the V-Bucks, to 800. It's cool, no problem. What? These fans, I'm telling you, these fans. Instead of these fans going out there and picking up a fight and say, hey, listen, or you reduce the content you guys put out there because look, I know they do concerts, I know they do some cool stuff on the thing. Reduce it instead of having 3 or 4 concerts a year. At least have 2 concerts a year or one. I don't know how many concerts they have, but shit. And also, you guys keep inviting all these people like Nicki Minaj and what's that girl that sings the Christmas song? That's like, oh god, all Mariah Carey song is just it's like the most repeated song in the world. She makes so much money from the damn song. I mean, shit. But again, you had all these people that I'm like, huh? Who in the blue hell are these? Nicki Minaj? Why Nicki Minaj got a gun? And add Rambo. Add yeah. Where is Rambo though? We have Terminator, but where's damn Rambo though? If Rambo goes, I'm gonna go ahead. Kim Kardashian. There you go. Who the hell wants to get Kim Kardashian? Come on. Eminem is cool though. I gotta say Eminem is cool. But yeah, there's so many cool characters. Another one like Dragon Ball. Why in the blue hell am I gonna buy Dragon Ball? Because listen, one thing I saw as soon as I hopped in to play Fortnite, by the time Dragon Ball was on sale though, is that I could see Goku from far away because he's got a bigger head than the Fortnite players. You can see that damn head for miles away in the damn game. No joke. I wonder Goku ever carried a gun. It's like if you had Pinocchio and he has Pinocchio would be cool though to have a gun though, but yeah, Goku with a gun though. Naruto Uzumaki with a gun too. There's some stuff I just don't understand because okay, I know they're popular, I know they're cool, but at the end of the day though, why? Ah. So it says here, let's see. Imagine Xbox showcasing Fortnite. Yeah, that would be awesome though. You see, that would be something cool. That means if GTA 6 will come out, GTA can kill Fortnite. No, baby money. That's not going to happen, my friend. No, that's not going to happen, my friend. I'll explain to you why it's not going to happen. So, meanwhile, people who are subscribed to Fortnite's monthly crew membership, which provides exclusive in-game content, will receive 100 V-Bucks a month rather than 1,000. Wow. Wow. Xbox. Now is the time to lower the price of Game Pass. Go, 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 go. Or take that shit away because damn. Instead of costing 1,000 V-Bucks, the main battle pass will now be priced at 800. The game other their three passes will also get prices of 200. For the first time in Fortnite history, V-Bucks will now be more expensive than they were when the game launched in 2017. They were expensive back in the day. What do you mean? It's a digital currency. You can't do shit with it. Well, you can find someone to buy it, but damn. An X account dedicated to Fortnite news claimed. The news has provoked a backlash from fans, with some questioning its justification. Thank you. Please keep fighting it for the price tag, particularly given Google's recent settlement with the company, a 5-year legal fight over in-app purchases fees. Epic is a big company that made a decision because they know their customers will pay regardless. One posted on X. Wow. Seriously? Wow. Some players are threatening to cancel their memberships and question if this would trigger further cuts in the content in the game, such as to in-game daily missions to earn the currency. Sad thing is, there's some people just won't care. These kids will not care. The thing is, this game is played by millions of kids, though. Freelance game journalist Vic Hood told the BBC the decision may come as a surprise given a recent reveal Epic that player spending on third-party titles has reached at an all-time record of 100 million. However, she added that Epic Games Store, the developer's digital storefront, had also seen a decline in third-party spending across 2023 and 2024. While price increase for V-Bucks isn't idle for players, it's preferable to something more extreme, like making it a paid-for rather than a free-to-play game, she said. The games industry has been a wave of price increases in hardware, software, and subscription prices over the past year, driven by rising development cost, inflation, and tariffs. The BBC has said for the statement and had no further comments. Wow. Wow. That's insane. Again, I see this and I scratch my head. Like, what in the blue hell is happening in the industry? Fortnite needed cash to pay the bills? The number one game. Wow. Wow. Insane, my chat. This is crazy stuff. I mean, I'm still scratching my head with this stuff. I still am. This is crazy. This is crazy. Check DMs. Okay, check where? Twitter DMs or Discord? Laugh Out Loud GTA isn't killing Fortnite. Nope, it's not going to kill Fortnite. I'm sorry. And I'll explain to you why it's not going to kill Fortnite. The thing is big money, right? one thing has happened I mean, for the past, 40, 50 years ago. Well, I'll say 40 years ago because, I was born 40 years ago, is the way people watch movies nowadays, is the way that people raise their kids nowadays and everything. I remember back in the day, I'll tell you my history. This is my history, right? I remember when I was a kid. Hey, Yobi, what's up, man? Good morning, Yobi. So when I was a kid, Big Money, I remember my father. I watched. He let me watch. What's it called? Jean Claude Van Damme movies, Bloodsport, um, all that cool stuff. Terminator, Aliens. And man, when I was 12 years old, I watched Species. If y'all have not watched Species, I think I was 12. I don't think I was 12. I don't know if I was between the ages of 9 and 12, let's say that. They took me to watch Species. Now, if y'all see Species though, hey, yeah, Species. So yeah, going away from that. They say to pay the bills, that's bullshit. Exactly, Yobi. I don't understand what the fuck is going on out here. Seriously, I have to say it that way. But yes, that's how I was growing up. And video games wasn't a problem because remember, listen, a big phenomenon happened in the 1990s. And you know what that was? And what was that big phenomenon that happened, man? That all of us were out there on the streets yelling, running into the arcades and playing. And that was Mortal Kombat, man. Mortal Kombat. That phenomenon happened. Then we got the ESRB ratings and all that jumbo bumble, whatever it is. And still, we bought our games. We bought our Resident Evil games. We bought our Mortal Kombat's. We bought our GTA's. We bought all this stuff. But nowadays, it's different. Parents, are watching more of their kids of what they play. And I don't think they're going to let them, go ahead and play GTA games as easily as it is, though. They'll probably talk about it. And probably, by the time it goes by, they'll probably get popular. But my friend, Fortnite is just too damn popular. Fortnite and Minecraft are two of the most popular games out there. I'm not kidding you. Two of the most popular games out there. And GTA, sits right now 20 to 5 million copies. What is it? 20 million copies sold right now? If kids would have been hopping onto Grand Theft Auto right now, 5, I mean, shit, that thing would have been 500, 600 million sold right now copies. I'm not kidding you. But that's how it was, though. So nowadays, it's not. It's gonna be hard. If parents will let their kids play GTA, that's the only way that it can take down Fortnite. Your generation, Louis, we're psycho, huh? Hell, kids are psycho, always searching for the most depraved, and violent video game they can find. Yeah, but it was fun though, Rachie. It was fun times, Rachie. It was fun times. I mean, when you saw Kano pulling the heart out of it, out of the guy's chest, when you saw that you can literally like punch the guy's head off. I mean, it was great times, my friend. Great times. That was not psycho. It's a video game. It was fun. But see what I mean? I mean, that's the thing though, and I can imagine Richie has kids is not gonna let his kids play Mortal Kombat probably, along the way. You say, nope, no, no. You're not playing Mortal Kombat till you're 15 years old or 16. I don't know. That's how it is though. Ubay says prices have gone up insane the last 5 years. Then just now raising the prices for V Bucks is understandable. What? That's not understandable, my friend. No, 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 no. I'm sorry. No, that does not make any sense though. I mean, instead of raising the prices, what you got to do is you got to lower your costs and stuff. Because I know you guys are popular and you guys like to do all that concert shit and all that stuff. Take some things out. And stop adding all these weird characters. Add cooler characters. Like, for example, let me see. You can add Chuck Norris, Steven Seagal. I mean, nobody wants Steven Seagal. But he got some cool moves, though. Add Steven Seagal. Dolph Lundgren. Right? Dolph Lundgren. You can add Dolph Lundgren. Why not? Jean Claude Van Damme. Why hasn't Van Damme been there? Jet Li? Jackie Chan? Why haven't been there on Fortnite, though? You see, I have people that, kick ass. Not Nicki Minaj. I'm not making fun of Nicki Minaj, just in case I'm just saying, why Nicki Minaj need to be in Fortnite? Why does Kim Kardashian need to be in Fortnite though? RoboCop was in the game though. I think RoboCop. Yeah, I think I have a RoboCop skin though. Do I have RoboCop though? I think I have RoboCop skin. I think I do though. These kids don't know that. Believe it or not, they do know. They do know because kind of funny. I was with my nephew the other day, and they were talking about Chucky, Jason, Freddy. I was like, "How do you know these guys?" I was like, "I saw them out there, and I saw Jason rip someone's head off." I was like, "Okay." You count electricity costs, taxes, employees, wages, benefits, office spent, race, inflation, computer hardware costs, higher staffing counts. Okay, we cannot know that. I'm on Steven Seagal. Wait, you want Steven Seagal though? There's this one scene. What is the movie called? There's this one scene. What's that movie called? Hold on, 1 second. I'll tell you what that movie's called. Dragon Ball Skills was in it. Yeah, that was something that I scratched my head about. I was like, why do you have Goku in here with a gun? Goku does not use guns. He uses Kamehameha. Power Rangers had guns, so yeah, they could have Power Rangers. They could have Voltron. There's He-Man had guns. Yeah, He-Man used guns too. Yeah, even in the movie as Dolph Lundgren, he used guns. So yeah, you can add He-Man. There's so much stuff you can add on there. Like cool characters, cartoons and shit. But okay, let me see. I think the movie from Steven Seagal is called Hard to Kill. Let me see if that one's it. There's this one scene that is on the second floor. Yeah, that's it. Hard to Kill. So this one scene is on the second floor, and there's a guy that comes up to him with the knife, and it's like he grabs Steven Seagal with the knife, and it's like, "Hey, Steven, I got a knife." Literally, that's what he basically says. And Steven Seagal knocks him down. Instead of the bad guy going in and try to stab him, and Steven Seagal evaded him, no, he literally runs up to Steven Seagal with the knife in his hand, grabs him, and it's like, "Grr." And I'm like, yo, that's just a bad movie take right there. It was so funny though. Because I'm not have more pop culture knowledge than us to shorts and memes. That's true though. That's true. Oh god, Bleach. Why do you gotta have Bleach though? It's like they have One Piece now in there, and One Piece goes in there, throws punches all over the place, like Dawson. Which he wait a minute, he moves like Dawson. Why can't wait? Now we're gonna have an argument here. Why can't Dawson have the same powers as One Piece Kid, as Luffy? He should have the same powers because Luffy stretches his arms, inflates, stretches his legs. Why can Dawson have the same powers? I mean, Dawson could be a really powerful character in Street Fighter. Man, they made Luffy even better than Dawson. Damn. I wonder if they're going to release the other Rangers. Interesting. I was born 1997, yet I was Captain Harlock Kick. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, but you pay though. Raising those V Bucks though is a bit odd though, especially for number one game being played out there. It's a bit odd to pay bills. They could just find a way to cut corners instead of raising the prices. And I'll be honest with you, if they would have landed in 27, they would have waited next year and said, guys, it's been 10 years. We had never raised the price. It would have been better to do that than doing it now, especially with how things are going. Before GTA 6 coming out, Crazy Louis, what before GTA 6? What are you talking about? That black lady from Wicked Looks. Oh, God, I'm not even going to read that. Good God, no. These kids don't know who those people are, says Unico Cocho, which funny they do. The V-Bucks thing was a rumor. Was a rumor, but now it's been confirmed, though. Shit. Shit. Chat, you guys ready? I know I'm ready, chat. Because we already cooked a little bit of epic. Now we're heading to what's cool. Now we're heading to what's important. Now we're headed to what's, one of the biggest issues that is going out there, and that is the PlayStation lawsuit, my friends. And we're going to read about what this lawsuits are about. And let me tell you something. I read it this morning before I hopped in here. And I was like, oh, shit. I can't believe this. All this stuff. Duff has a video from somewhere in Europe. Dude sings, dances, plays piano, and breaks blocks or something seamlessly. Duff is the GOAT. That's what I'm saying. Why don't you add Duff Lundgren? Yeah, Duff Lundgren. I had him on there. Add Duff Lundgren. Add all these cool guys. Add them. Game Pass should give us a reduction on the 30 then. Laugh a lot. Listen, Grizz, I agree with you, my friend. I agree with you right there. They should give us a reduction right there. So let's cover this, my friends. The things that these PlayStation fanboys don't want us to cover because they literally are ignoring it. I wonder where the Will the Broke Boy Lewis is, because I think it was Will the Broke Boy who asked him, how about that damn lawsuit? He's like, no, I'm not going to cover it. And we all know who that is. Yep. I know who that is, my friends. Yep. Ah, here it is. It has begun. Isn't that what the Mortal Kombat guy says? I gotta get the trench coat and the long hair. Yeah, in order for me to say that, but no, I don't got the trench coat, so yeah. So let's just cover this real quick. Yeah. All right, so let's go. Atomic Fire says, guys, it's not about the usual companies expenses going up. If you look at the numbers, Epic is heavily investing in the creative maps. Interesting. They're paying those creators in insane amounts that doesn't even make sense. They are not even taking care of the battle royale. More people are leaving because of that. Wow, that's crazy. Did not know that. Some Fortnite gossip, baby. Some Fortnite gossip. Hmm. Hmm. Or ask Asha to reduce Game Pass. A good conversation though. Let's talk about this chat. The thing they don't want us to cover, but you know what? We will cover it. We will. And we're not going to stay quiet about it. Because that's what they want us to do, stay quiet. PlayStation, you owe us. The 1.97 billion class action against Sony PlayStation Store has begun. So let's read this. The class action lawsuit branded as PlayStation You Owe Us, filed by consumer rights champion Alex Leo against Sony PlayStation, has finally kicked off in earnest today. Wasn't it yesterday though? Weird. With the plaintiff's legal counsel, Mr. Palmer, delivering the opening statement that proceeds were live streamed on Competition Appeal Tribunal's official website. The legal action was filed in 2022 to challenge Sony's monopoly over the PlayStation Digital platform, which, according to the plaintiffs, led to higher prices for consumers. The damage figure sought by plaintiff has changed, though it initially stood at 5 billion in 2022 and rose to 6.3 in November 2023. When the CAT agreed the case should go to trial, now the damage has been reduced to 1.49 billion. Wow. Plus 8% of interest, which is a total of 1.971 billion. Oh, did you guys reduce it? Wow, that's mean though. Even so, if the plaintiff won, all PlayStation users domiciled in the UK who, during the development period 19th of August to 12th of February 2026, made one more relevant purchase of digital games or add-on content from the PlayStation Store will be entitled to 162 per affected consumer. It is estimated approximately 12.2 million PlayStation owners are therefore eligible for this compensation. Wow, 12.2 million PlayStation owners? Shit. The case is pretty straightforward in its essence. Sony has illegally monopolized the digital distribution of games and add-on content on the store and used the monopoly to overcharge consumers by approximately 20% compared to what prices would have been under competitive conditions. The mechanisms, though, which is alleged to have happened in Sony's Game Developer Agreement (GDPA), the contract all developers and publishers must sign before distributing anything on PlayStation. Crucially, Clause 9.2.1 of the GDPA requires that all digital delivered products must be distributed only through PSN. Wow. Expect explicitly prohibiting any alternative digital distribution channels. Simultaneously, Clause 15.2.2 gives Sony the sole and exclusive right to set. You guys are listening to this? Listen to this part. To set retail price for all digital contents on the store, which it does at the notorious fixed 30% target margin that remained unchanged as the platform's debut. The argument is the combination of exclusive distribution plus exclusive retail pricing control constitutes of an abuse of Sony's dominant position in the digital distribution aftermarket in violation of UK and EU competition law. Damn. Sony's position is that this is a systems market in which consumers choose between the PlayStation and Xbox consoles, and that competition between those systems is sufficient to constrain Sony's conduct. Under the framing, there is no separate digital distribution market. It's all part of one competitive ecosystem. Whoops. Uh oh. Oh, speaking of that, Mike Johnson in the building. The plaintiff's position counters that the argument fails because of the whole life costing, or rather the inability of consumers to engage in it. For a system market to exist, consumers will need to factor in the total expected lifetime cost of games and add-on content when choosing a console. The plaintiff argues they can't possibly do this because future game prices, the length of the console generation, what add-on content they'll want, and future pricing structures will look like are completely unknowable at the point of purchase. This distinguishes game consoles says printers, where business can calculate cost per page with reasonable accuracy and generally factor in costs and make their purchase decisions. Consul Palmer then walked the tribunal through a substantial collection of internal Sony documents spanning from 2009 to 2024, painting a picture of the company that accurately aware of the commercial value of its distribution monopoly and actively worked to defend it. Shit. Here comes the spicy stuff, chat. Let's start. Nice and slow. Early exclusion of competition from 2009. Documents show that publishers and retailers such as Ubisoft and Electronic Arts repeatedly requested the ability to sell digital PlayStation content through their own stores or platform from as early as 2009. Sony consistently refused delayed or imposed restricted conditions on any such request. Internal communication showed that Sony's concern was explicitly about maintaining pricing power and margin, not about technical feasibility, which Sony's own document conceded was possible throughout. Recognition of a threat. A 2019 internal document prepared approximately a year before the PS5 launch modeled a worst case scenario in which digital distribution was open to competition. It identified price competition, reduced margins, and the loss of control over the PlayStation Plus subscription as key threats. The plaintiff framed that this as Sony identifying the roses currently flourishing in the garden and taking active steps to protect them. Wow. Control cross-platform policy. From around 2018 to 2019, Sony introduced a limited exception allowing add-on content purchased on other platforms to be accessed on PlayStation. But this cross-commerce exception was carefully circumscribed. Did I read that right? And explicitly designed per the documents not to create genuine competitive pressures on Sony's digital distribution margins. This is where it gets interesting, chat. One of the most interesting things is right here, baby. Retail price control. Unlike the physical games market, where Sony has never set retail prices and competes with independent retailers, Sony has complete and sole control over retail prices. Publishers agree on the wholesale price. Sony adds its 30% margin, and the resulting retail price is literally. Sony can also discount games without the publisher's consent, though evidence suggests it effectively maintains its margin even in promotional periods. Wow. Wow. That's wow. Right there, my chat. Right there, my chat. That's fucking crazy. Wow. Wow. That area right there is that they control everything. And either way they can say, hey, listen, I'm gonna reduce these game prices, and even though the distributor does not know the one who put the game on there, third party games or anything, they don't have control. They just say, okay, I'm lowering the price right here. They don't even say it, they just lower it. That's insane. That's crazy. Comparison with Steam. Sony's own internal documents from 2023 compared the PlayStation Store unfavorably with Steam's on features including personalized recommendations, algorithmic discoverability, and publisher tools, identifying these as persistent shortcomings. The plaintiff used this to argue that Sony's lack of innovation in the store was itself a consequence of the absence of competitive pressure. Wow. Wow. Sony's gangster as F. Yes, sir. You need to lay off that pipe, Louis. Yeah, I need to, my friend. I need to. But before that, shout out to the 60 people here on the show. Please hit the like button. Please hit this. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button and also hit that bell. Let's keep going, my friends, because this is some spicy stuff. But again, right here, oof, shit, that's something that wow. Several of Sony's. Check this out, chat. This is where it gets good. Let me drink some water on this one. But well, bro, boy, I'll tell you something. I only use it on the show, but then like for the rest of the day, I don't use it. So I'm laying off it for a while. I've been laying off it. I'm not carrying it with me, so that's a good thing, though. So several of Sony's anticipated defense arguments were previewed and addressed in the play's opening. Sony is expected to argue it could not have had dominance at that inception of the PlayStation 4 because the PS3 was a failure. The plaintiff preemptively pushed back on this argument. PS3 started badly, but eventually also the 360 globally, 87 versus 84 million units. And any losses Sony incurred were attributable to the high cost of the bespoke cell processor, the costly inclusion of the brand new Blu-ray technology, and Microsoft's 12-month head start to the market, none of which reflect loss of market power. Publishers never really considered abandoning Sony, even during the PS3 era, and instead worked hard to develop for the platform despite the programming difficulties. Sony is also expected to emphasize its investment innovation record. The plaintiff preempted this by arguing that dominance is not prohibited. Its its abuse is, and that being innovative does not authorize abusive conduct. Wow, this guy's on the hunt. Furthermore, the plaintiff's expert, Mr. Harmon, argues that console innovation has largely tracked general advances in the wider semiconductor industry rather than reflecting unique Sony's R&D, noting that Sony's own internal documents describe the PlayStation and Xbox as having all but identical product feature sets across the current and previous generations. The plaintiff anticipates that Sony will argue that a significant number of consumers own both the PlayStation and Xbox. Wow, seriously? I want to see that number though. That's interesting though, because they're out there saying console sales. Yet people say that Xbox had 30 million. I mean, so wait, so the Xbox had 90 million, PlayStation 2? I mean, seriously, are you guys hiding something you guys are not showing, or the media's hiding something too? Oh man, which provides a competitive constraint. The plaintiff argued this is unsupported by the evidence as the proportion of PS5 owners who also own an Xbox in the UK is modest. And even where multi-homing exists, it doesn't impose an immediate effect constraint because switching ecosystem will require going through several costly steps. Buying a new console, repurchasing games, losing a social network and online subscriptions, and accepting the loss of any owner backward compatible content. Wow, this guy's really hitting them. Sony argues that publishers have meaningful bargaining power, but the plaintiff countered that publishers cannot credibly threaten to withdraw from PlayStation given its installed base, the high cost of game development, and the low marginal cost of the publishing on an additional platform. The counsel also noted Sony might seek to reframe the entire case as a refusal to supply complaints, arguing that's because no publisher ever formally requested the exact counterfactual setup to describe. There can be no abuse. Wow, you're saying that there can be no abuse? I mean, bro, come on. Come on. You guys are saying there can be no abuse when you guys, since you guys are the dominant, you guys are not negotiating that 30%. You don't see that abuse? Shit. And you guys can make and decide how much you want to lower the game's price too? That's insane. And you're saying there's no abuse. For me, on the developer side, I find it a bit abusive though. But developers have no choice; they will accept it because it's one of the most sold consoles out there. Wow, that's crazy. The plaintiff called this thoroughly circular. This is to say, an attempt to use on Sony's abuse a justification for the abuse itself, since publisher requests were shaped by Sony's entrenched restrictions from the outset. There you go. See? The plaintiff also outlined a counterfactual world in which Sony never imposed exclusive digital distribution restrictions. In this hypothetical world, from the PS4 generations onwards, alternate digital retailers, publishers, third-party stores, and UK retailers like Game could have competed to sell PlayStation digital content. In this role, Sony would still have been able to charge a platform fee and enforce quality standards through though its certification process, but would not have been able to maintain a 30% margin and monopoly retail pricing, using the physical game prices as a real world benchmark for competitive digital pricing would look like. The plaintiffs actually concluded that digital price would have been approximately 20% lower across the relevant period, hence the final damage requested. The hearing is expected to run for several weeks, with Sony's counsel, Mr. Beer, due to present the defense opening arguments in the next following days. Will report again if there are any longer any major developments in high profile class action lawsuit against Sony PlayStation. Meanwhile, another digital platform owner, Valve, was also hit by two lawsuits in the UK. First one targets Steam's supposed monopoly, but the unlike lawsuit discussed in the article, and a freshly announced legal action from a performer rights society. Wow. Wow. This is some crazy stuff we are reading, my chat, today. This is insane. Yet nobody's out there talking about this. Of course, let's see what happens throughout the day. But yeah, Sony is the pimp. The fans of the oh damn, fans of the hose. Look at Cage Collins. He says, "I wouldn't say gangsta. Gangsta gives you what you need at a price enough to keep you." Commander Striker says there will be another future PlayStation lawsuit between regarding the dynamic pricing currently on PSN. Can't wait for it. Oh damn, man. The PlayStation lawsuit, the reason it blocked me on X. He said wasn't net newsworthy. He didn't like me calling out his hypocrisy because all we know, had that been Xbox, he would have been all over it. Yes, sir. There's a lawsuit. There's a lawsuit. Is that going to be live when DDC event? I don't know. Good question though. Good question. But man, Chad, I'm telling you this though. This is crazy. This is one insane lawsuit. So now we have to wait. Now we have to wait. Now we have to wait for the Sony defense to come out. And we are going to cover it. We are going to argue about it. But damn, if this, like all that he's presented is actually true, this area right here, the retail price control, damn. Wow. D Reezy with the $2 super. Funny what seven sex of Xbox market can do. Laugh out loud. What do you mean by that, D Reezy? What happened out there? Oh, you're talking about the Helix? Oh man, if you're talking about Project Helix, those are driving people nuts out there. It is. It's driving people nuts. But this, like I said earlier, chat, this area right here is what's insane though. That's abuse. Like because I'm dominant, I gotta go in and say, well, you gotta give my 30%, and we can decide what to do with your game. If we want to lower the price, we'll lower the price in order to get that 30% in. Wow. Instead of the person out there saying, hey, Sony, let's sit here. What happens if we lower it this much? Let's negotiate or something like that. Nope, nothing. That's crazy. Sanchez Martinez game says, so for Sony Louis, that lawsuit will have to self half a PlayStation sale to survive. I don't think that's actually gonna happen though. Like they're gonna have to sell like half a TCL or something like that. But no, it's gonna really hit them if they actually win this. They already sold half of the Sony TVs to CCL. I know they did. I know they did. When you see stuff like that, chat, I'm telling you, when you see stuff like that, some people say, "Well, that's a good thing." I'm like, that means it's struggling, my friend. Something the company will not tell you. Oh yeah, let me check the general Discord. Totally forgot about that. Sorry about that. Oh, that's what he called you, Pickles? Oh. But was this in this show? Pickles, was this in this show? Hmm. Hmm. I'm late. What is PlayStation getting sued for? Oh, the PlayStation lawsuit, my friend, right here. The PlayStation you owe us, the 1.97 billion class action lawsuit against Sony PlayStation Store has begun. That is the famous PlayStation you owe us that started in 2022 or 23. Oh, it didn't happen here? Don't worry, Pickles. If he does something like that, we got him. We got him. But yeah, we're talking about the Sony lawsuit that's been since 2022, 2023. I mentioned it several times before that they're being sued not only by the UK or EU, they're being sued pretty much everywhere for the same thing on how they're monopolized, how their store is monopolized by them, though. And one area right here that actually hits me, like I said, if this is actually true, though, if these guys prove that this is actually 100% true, because he has the evidence, though. He has the evidence to throw it out there, right? So basically, this right here is abuse. They're abusing with their third party, studios and all that stuff. They're abusing them a lot by saying like, hey, okay, I published my game over there, but hey, you got to give us a 30% cuts, and we can decide when to lower the price of the game and still get a 30% cuts. Wow. Now we know why, chat. Now we know why Square ran away. Now we know why Kristen Desmond said F you. Wow. They take advantage of this stuff. Shit. That's some crazy ass shit right there. That's some crazy ass shit right there. That's some crazy ass shit. And a lot of people out there, when it comes down to the pricing though, for how much, they're charging them too, shit, that's crazy. Yeah, I have not like seen any evidence right there about that though. Let me see. Documents show publisher retailers such as Ubisoft Electronic Arts. Okay, we read that already. 2019 internal documents approximately a year before the PlayStation launch modified worst case scenario in which digital distribution was open to competition in an F5 price competition, reduced margins, and lost control over the PlayStation Plus subscription. Oh, this is a worst case scenario though. If that happens though. Elini, what's up, Elini? Ah, you're here, and man, PlayStation is getting sued, my friend. Whereas with Steam, they started to compare themselves with Steam, and the funny part is this area though. I was laughing when I read this though. Like this is their argument right here. One of the arguments is right there that they said that people own an Xbox and a PlayStation at the same time. That was hilarious. I'm like, huh? How is this though? Where do you get this information from? That's crazy. That's crazy. But wow, they do whatever they want with their store. That's insane. Wow. Wow. Jay Reezy, that 7 seconds feel more than what X was on in the past. What's up? Why so serious? How you doing, man? Good morning. Eleni, what's up? We're reading that PlayStation lawsuit, man. It ain't looking pretty. It ain't looking pretty. Because this guy has proof. And he's bringing in the heat. He's not joking, though. He's bringing in the heat. He is bringing it. That's some fun stuff right there. But wow, it is distributed. The case is straightforward in the essence. Sony has illegally monopolized the digital distribution of games and add-on content. It's the monopoly overcharged consumer by approximately 20% compared to the price it would have been under competitive conditions. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. But no worries, Chad. I know out there, there's going to be some fanboys that won't cover this unless if they can win if they can win this, because I know if they can win this, they're going to try to move the goalposts, right? Or they're going to say, well, I'm with these guys out there. But no worry, bro, boy. I got you. If the fans win this lawsuit, they win it, and this guy goes out there and talks about the fans, say, oh, go for the fans. Don't worry, bro, boy. Keep your receipt. I'll send it to you. Because I know you can watch his tweets, though, but it's going to be funny as hell. Oh man. Oh man, this last is going to be insane. So yeah, what's up with the Xbox marketing, my friends? Because they went out there and they posted the seven. Oh, wait, hold on. So Project Helix has caused a lot of commotion. What time is EDC, Crazy Louie? It's supposedly like around in the next 3 or 4 hours or something like that. You know, when Jason Rondo comes out and talks. That's where everybody's gonna sit there and look at. Me, I have to go out around 11:30 tops here. My time is already 10:17, so I have to go out around 11:30, my friends, because today I, my friends, have to go do something in order to get my Spain papers in. So yeah, I have to drive down there and do that. You know. Then after that, yeah, I got several stuff I got to do around here. What's up, Louis? No, everything's good, my friend. Bro, boy, yeah, it really does. Like, it seems that type of marketing flex their muscles like we know they can. Yep. And it's crazy how that Helix has drove all these people nuts. They're out there talking all this shit. They're out there saying, you know, how powerful the console's going to be. What's the price going to be? Is this going to be mighty enough? Is this not going to be mighty enough? Is it going to be a $2,000 box, a $3,000 box? $4,000 box, $8,000 box. I mean, shit. They're out there making up some shit, like trying to scare the people off. I don't understand. They just announced a project. That's it. They're gonna add more stuff about the project. And again, what's the problem with this? I don't get it. Why people have to go out there and throw this shit under the bus. Crazy, there was a pony in Chaos chat yesterday who said he was a neutral, but he was clearly a PS fan. Ah, the thing is, they literally shoot themselves in the foot when they come out and say stuff. Because they come out, one of the things they say, well, my games over here look better than over there. That's one. The second one, they go out there and say, I don't know. We know their arguments, we know their narratives. And when they act as when they come in being like Nintendo fans, we know it's a pony because Nintendo fans don't even act that way. Ponies always claiming they're neutral. Laugh, oh, they don't fool anymore. No, they don't. They don't. They don't fool anyone anymore. They don't care. They don't care anymore, my friends. They just don't care. But yeah, I mean, it's incredible how one 10-second video or 7-second video has driven the media nuts. They're looking for ways, they're looking for stuff. Now you got Digital Foundry going out there and talking their. I will say, why are you guys talking about the full Chan thing? Because this is spicy news. It's like you guys have nothing else to talk about. Why don't you talk about how the Pizzer Tech did not deliver on Resident Evil? Why don't you guys talk about that? Why don't you guys talk about here? I can give you additional content if you want. Why don't you guys talk about that with the Series X being as powerful as it can be? Why don't developers focus and deliver more power onto it? Why don't you guys talk about that since you guys were complaining? You know, you're not having Xbox content. You know, hey, I'm giving you ideas right here. You know what? I'm gonna start charging you for giving me those ideas, even though you guys don't watch the show probably. But at the end of the day, though, that's a good discussion right there to have. Since supposedly you guys call things down the middle, which y'all don't. Seems like y'all don't, but okay. Go check Plume Gaming comment section. He came there to read it today. Oh, what happened though? Wait, who? Who? I don't care about ponies no more. I care about Army, Xbox, and Game Pass, and GTA 6. Shit, that's all you care about, baby money? Damn. There's no such thing as a neutral PlayStation fanboy. That does not. Well, there is one. That's Big Cloud, though. Big Cloud's a more neutral type of guy because even when Big Cloud goes out there and comments something about PlayStation that's negative, oh boy. He be slamming doors, man. He be slamming doors all over the place. No joke. They charge at him. They do. Whew. Louis sounded like, oh, who. Yeah, of course. I want to know who the heck is doing that, though. That's some funny ass shit. How they go out there and try to hide themselves instead of coming out and saying the truth. Yeah, I'm a PlayStation fanboy, period. Oh shit, let's go. Let's go see. No, poor Plume. I just in case, I don't know if Plume covered the. No, he didn't cover it today. But I did send the news, my friends. I did send the news. He's gonna get it real soon. All right, Plume is on here. Okay, let me go see who is that guy so we can see who it is and watch out for him. All right, let me go get that real quick. So let's see. Yeah, because I mean, we gotta watch out for these guys sometimes. They go out there and be nuts. I don't get it. All right, let's go. Ooh, behind the scenes, Hellraiser official origins of. Oh, I gotta check that out later on. Oh, gotta check that out. So this is today's video. All right, let's go see who is it. What's his name though, Rachie? There's a bunch of comments here. Oh, his name. Okay, I meant neutral. 35. You're saying? Once upon a time was a huge shit in the corner outside of the building. Thought it was an Xbox. Is that the guy? Oh, I see him now. I see him now. As a neutral, here is my reason why my PS4 better than the Xbox. PS5 Pro. Okay. Let him believe that. I mean, okay, just saw it, just saw it, just saw it. Oh, good God. Why is PS5 Pros better than the Xbox? Why? How is the PS5 Pro better than the Xbox? Explain that to me. Because of picture tech? Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. It's almost like they go looking for it afterwards. Xbox doesn't help. What do you mean by that, though? Helping for no Xbox bad news after this PlayStation news. It's always seemed to go that way. I don't think that. Listen, they're going to try to throw something under the bus out there because, of course, they always try to find something to talk about. But survey says, the survey 6028 says marathon players are dropping. That's another thing that's going on. Paul Tassi came out on a report. Paul Tassi did. And he said that the marathon is being run more by PC gamers than console gamers. Sorry about that, chat, but that's crazy. That marathon is being played more by PC gamers than why am I so sexy today? The hell? Yeah, I'm a bit sexy today. I'm like, flexing those muscles. But weird. That was his report though. But take that as a grain of salt, my friends. Either way though, but shit. Yeah, marathon numbers have been dropping. They keep on dropping. They're gonna keep on slowing down because at the end of the day, though, those guys, I don't know. That game is just has something that doesn't appeal to me. It just does. It just I don't know. I tried it, played it. I'm like, yeah, it's okay. No, it's not that wow factor. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go back and play it. Yeah. Rachie says the PS5 Pro is better than the Xbox in power. We can't deny that. Just like the Series X is better than the base PS5. Hmm. But look, comes the question, like I mentioned earlier, because when the whole Pizzer 2.0 tech came out, I remember those days they were going out there and saying, "Hey, look, Pizzer tech is amazing. The 2.0 Resident Evil looks great. Shit!" And now a couple days later, right, Resident Evil Requiem, they said, "Well, they had to drop the ray tracing in this area. They had to drop the Pizzer tech 2.0." Like I said, it would be a good argument if you guys brought it out that on these consoles are not fully putting games the way they are. They should fully sit there and adapt these games to these consoles. Like for example, Xbox should be playing 4K natively and 60. Prime example, PlayStation 5 Pro should all games be playing 4K natively 62. I mean, that's what it's got to be. That's what it's got to be. Period. That's a good argument for you to talk about. But no, you'd rather go out there and say, well, right here, there's a couple frame drops in this area of the game. Hi, yeah, 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 yeah. I'm not denying the pony months who mainly use Xbox. Correction, how is the PS5 Pro better than the Xbox Series X console? I'll tell you why Jago 6 is better because it looks pretty. That's it. Nothing else. Budget 3.6 billion, nothing but layoffs and marathon. Mm-hmm, McFig, 100%. 100%. Yeah. Let's see, I don't give a fuck about performance. Just put out good games and quit talking. Taking 8 fucking years to make it. Because that's what I say, though. I mean, people try to cheer for this performance crap, and I just sit there and I laugh, though. I sit there and I laugh because I look at them, I'm like, so? We're playing the damn same game. What's going to be the difference? Well, over here we can get 100 FPS. Okay. I know some people in 30 FPS that can whip your ass. No joke. I know some people in 30 FPS that can whip your ass. But all right, keep believing that. What power are you talking about graphically? He means by the set what the console has inside though. He means by the console what it has inside. I mean, look, PlayStation can make the game look better. That's true. The PS5 Pro can do that. But but what is the difference between having looking the game better and what you're playing? It's the same damn thing. PS5 Pro has more mastering power. I'm just saying that this is the last gen. One X had more power than PS4 Pro. That is written on paper. Exactly. What is written on paper? That's what I'm saying, though. Everything's on paper, but at the end of the day, they're not using 100% of this power, though. Preston V. Wick 8451 says, I haven't cared for graphics since the 360 era. I mean, look, graphics have come a long way, 100%. But like I always say, this, where are we going next? I just played Resident Evil, you know, Species. I mean, of course, to toe tag. Species is always awesome to this day, 100%. But yeah, I mean, graphics is long way. I played Resident Evil 9. I'm telling you, on the Series X, like I saw the Digital Foundry like pictures out there, like how the hair looks on the PS5 Pro. And let me tell you something. Over here in the Series X, it looks phenomenal. It looks beautiful. Like that one scene, that ray tracing, but the guy runs in the light and the shadows hitting the mirror. I mean, I've seen that too. I don't understand why they don't focus on that, but instead of trashing the Xbox though. Now the PS5, PS4 can even turf the web properly. A crappy grim web browser, no quick resume, no free updates, no older titles, no BC. For the PS3, the Xbox can go all the way back to OG Xbox. Yep, that's true. Also, no dead mode for emulators. That's true too. That's true too. But look, again, what am I going to do with power when I'm not using the full power? I'm asking a good question right here. What am I going to do with this power? Because they go out there to cheer for this power, like, oh yeah, plays better over here. We win because we got power, blah, blah, blah. If I want power, if I want graphics, I won't buy a damn console. I'll get myself a damn PC. No joke, and that's it. Because then right there, there's no argument anymore. I can't argue with that right there. Because that's the only thing, like I always say, I give the PC guys that argument right there. The PC guys come in here and talk about power frames and all that stuff. I give them that 100%. But what I don't give them is we are playing the same damn game. The Xbox Series X already on the PC level with featuring already has been since the beginning. Yep, that's true though. It's been on PC level, but Jago 6, the PS5 is on PC level too. We talked about that the other day though. Because some modder went out there and put what is it? Is it Linux or Linux? Well, whichever the name is, but they put it on the PS5, my friend. They have it on there. They do. It's out there. It's on there. Oh yeah. Series X is where it is. It's at. Yeah, 100%. But the thing is, chat, listen. These ponies always want to win, no matter what. They'll move the goalpost to try to get that win, no matter what. That's what they do. Look what Bro Boy even told Nib the other day. He told Nib, "Hey Nib, are you going to cover the lawsuit?" He said, "For what?" Like he doesn't care. Of course he doesn't care, because he wants to be the winner out here. But I bet you that if the lawsuit does win, he will go ahead and talk about it and say, "Oh, fanboys, hey, good win for you all, blah blah blah." But he didn't mention anything that happened before. And if he does today, because the question is if he's gonna move the goalpost several times. Pickle says this is going to be a hybrid PC and console. Imagine the one full blown PC. Oh, it's a full blown PC though. Opponents can get a W in real life though, so they need to attach themselves to PlayStation and fabricate a console war. Because the console war still exists, you babe, believe it or not, it does still exist. I mean, look the other day what happened. I mean, PlayStation supposedly, because of reports from Jason Schreier, this is supposedly me talking right here. And according to Detective Seeds, he went in there and dug up some information, of course, because they look for information and sometimes he nails it, sometimes he doesn't, like it always happens. Because there's some stuff you can dig up and probably find out from somewhere, and depends on, yeah. So like I was saying, supposedly the PC ports aren't going to happen. Supposedly, we don't know yet. We'll know. We'll know along the way because Sony doesn't go out there and confirm it or say it. Right? They don't. All of a sudden, because remember when it's today in like 10 PDT, so that's going to be like 12:01 or something like that. Game Pass, Sony nor Nintendo have nothing to close it. Oh, GDC at 9:30. Yeah, it's going to be soon though. But either way though, I gotta head out around 11:30. So you guys, I'm gonna be ready to all set though, or probably earlier than that. It all depends because I gotta head out today. Um, like I was saying earlier, where was I? So with all the digging they did, though, I mean, if they pull out of the PC ports, then it's getting petty. That means that would literally activate a console war again because now they don't want to port their games over there. That automatically makes a console war right there. I don't know. MC at 9:30. Damn. What if your game is go post move and imaginary narratives? There you go, they Reezy 100%. Like 4chan came out there and made up this whole thing about the console. Price Tom V Wick 84.51 with a $2 super. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. He says, I just care to play my content on whatever devices. Exactly. That's what we've been up to. Because it's kind of funny though that right now, for example, yesterday I finished Requiem. I'm done with Requiem. I finished the game. So I sat there and I was like, what am I going to play next? No joke. Are you guys going to start the what time is GDC thing? Like you guys did what time is the Call of Duty drop too? Wow. You got to stock one person, Mr. Din? You got to be stocking people? So where was I now? Hold on, let me clear this up. Oh Lord. I'm looking for the schedule, my friends. I know I had it somewhere. I think it was in yesterday's show, wasn't it? Yeah, I think we talked about yesterday about on yesterday's show. Let me go look for yesterday's show, my friends. I think I have that on there. And we will know what time it is, so people start asking me that question because now we're going back to that same old, same old, same old question though. What time is GDC? Or what time will Call of Duty drop? Or what time? Remember that day? Oh dear Lord. So let's see though. Let's cover this right now. Where is it? 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 True Achievement News. Let me see if it's this one though. I think it was from True Achievement. I'm looking for a chat. 1 second. No, that's not it. Or was it a Monday? I think it was a Monday show. Yeah, it's got to be a Monday show. Let me go look for it. Hmm. Live. Here we go. Live. 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 Wait, I just hit live and I'm okay. That's not it. Oops, my bad. Sorry, chat. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'll get it. 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 Let me see if I can get it though, because this is some crazy stuff out here. All right, let me go to my chat, personal chat right here. Okay, so. Let's see now. I think it was when we were talking about PS5 being a PC now. I think it's here. Description below. Here it is. I found it. There it is. All right, here we go. All right, sorry about that, chat. It took me a while because I know we talked about it this week, but I just do not remember when it was, though. So here it is. All right. Good thing it was a Monday, just in case. So yeah, let me do this so people can stop asking me that question. So today's Wednesday. Damn, it doesn't say if it's Eastern time or. See if I can open this. 11 10 a.m. to 11 10 a.m. That's the time though. But is it PDT or is it EST though? I mean, if it should be happening now if it was the time though, but nope, it's not. It's not here now though. But yeah, it's the 10 a.m. I think it's PDT. I'm asking a question. Oh god. Oh, is Sid Lord here? Sid Lord, are you here, my friend? Is Sid Lord here? Marathon Louis, you will play marathon. Play what now? Ah, hell no, I ain't playing that shit. What are you doing? No, no, hell no, I ain't playing that. No, 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 I ain't playing that. I tried it. No, no, no. Let's see. Jago Six says Louis. At this point, it doesn't matter. Sony Pool stops making their single player games. The PS4, PS5 emulators are coming along just fine. No port needed. The PC will play PS games. Oh wow, they're gonna lose a ton of cash there. Hmm. Hmm. Sith Lord, happy birthday, my brother. Happy birthday, my friend. Seriously, hope you're having an awesome birthday, my friend. And let me sing it to you. Happy birthday, homie. Happy birthday, homeboy. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Sith Lord. Man, Sith Lord, hope you're having an awesome birthday, man. Just remember, if you're going to get pizza, eat a lot of pizza. If you're going to make a birthday party, make sure you got them candy bags because, we all love those candy bags full of candy. Yes, sir. But Sith Lord, man, have an amazing birthday today. Have fun with the family. Enjoy your time. Seriously, man. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I won't ask your age because, we don't like to say our age these days, because when we say it, we start to feel sad because we're getting older. No. Weird, though. Weird. Someone is talking, though. Xbox posting pics of the dead kids right now. Really? Ah. Let's go see. Let's go on the hunt down. Thank you for that. Let's go. If you guys find that news, drop it in here so we can watch it and see it, though. Charlie Intel. At this site, has paid a savage on ranked games and reportedly been targeted seas and desist by NetEase. Users couldn't post bounties to throw games on more rivals than Overwatch. Wow. You have a site to trash games now? Huh. Mm. Mm. So yeah, it's today though. We got some GDC stuff happening today. It's gonna be Power and Mighty today though. Woohoo! Let's see. Let's see. Why are they posting that though? Oh, good God. Are you serious? They use Nib as a source for PS5 Pro sales? They must be desperate though. They must be desperate that they cannot find stuff out there. They have to use nib as a source. Wow. Let's see though if I can find something. Hold on, hold on. Where's the dev kits at? You guys said they're posting pictures of the dev kits though. Oh, here it is. Okay. Is it XDK though? Oh, what is this though? Oh, but that's the Xbox One S though. I mean, the Xbox One though. Is this the new box though? Oh, the Xbox One dev kit. Okay, okay. All right, all right. Oh, they're posting pictures of the old consoles. All right. I thought it was like the new consoles. Like, huh? What's happening though? You're welcome, my friend. You're welcome. You're welcome, Seth. You're welcome. So let's see though. I know, right? Wait. I already played most of them at one point in my life. I'm 60 child, been gaming since the 70s. Damn. So someone's getting sniped, says Pickles. Nib PS5 Pro sold over 4 billion already. Said Nib? Oh, good God. Oh, like there's out of all people out there, why are you going to use Nib as a source though? No joke. Why? 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 How is that a source, my friends? I don't know if where can you watch it though, because usually that's like usually that's never streamed though. That what happens is that people go in and they talk about several things, and what happens is media picks up and starts throwing things out there. You know, that's what usually happens at GDC though. Wow, Mr. Dim is stalking you though. Wow, wow. Can the Xbox One run Dolphin? I don't know. Good question. Good question. Good question. Good question. Ray Cheese should put you might tweak some settings in order to run it good. Really? Wow. Insane how much these boxes can do. I mean, bro, still to this day, I mean, these boxes can do stuff. Like I said, you know, I have my Dreamcast there, and all I gotta do is plug it in, and I can still play my games. Incredible, fun stuff when it comes down to that. Fun stuff. Let me see. On my emulators, I've accumulated around 20 terabytes of older titles. Their count is way beyond mere 1,500, around a million plus. Wow. So where are they gonna stream it though? Man, I won't be here to stream it live. Sorry, chat. Because I got to do something with the Spain papers, and I got to go do it. I got to go do it. I said I get some money. Uh oh. Why are you guys fighting though? I don't understand what you're fighting. What you guys fighting about though? What are you guys fighting about? You guys need to brawl this out somewhere else. I mean, I see you guys fighting about something, but to be honest though, I don't know what y'all fighting about. And you guys should quit fighting in here. Take it elsewhere. Go fight it out another place though. No joke. I don't understand what's going on between you two, but you guys need to fix that somewhere. Not in here, buddy. Not in here. Oh, on YouTube at GDC? All right, cool, cool, cool. I have moderators out there. If it gets weird, it's coming out. If it gets weird, it's coming out. They're gonna be sniped though. Moderators are in here. They know what to do. They gotta snipe them, snipe them. They know what to do. We have that rule. You can't stand for bad stuff in here. But I don't know is what are they fighting about though? Seriously, I just don't get it. I just don't get it, my friends. I just don't get it. Too much drama over a plastic box. Watch another player play a game. Why? I don't keep no one in chat though. I have what's it called? I have my moderators in here that has to do stuff like that. You know, they're right there, you know, to get them. Yeah, you know what? I'll snipe them myself. Let me go and just snipe them. Mr. Din, you have a good one, sir. That's some weird ass comments right there. I don't know if I sniped him, but go for it. Moderators, y'all know what to do. Jago6, maybe this is why I'm in love with Quick Resume. I always love save states. If you know he's talking to viewers, why do you keep him in chat though? I don't know, keeping him in chat though. Moderators are there to snap him out there. I don't know if I sniped him though. I don't know if if by timing out it means he sniped. But just in case, my moderators, go ahead and get him. Because yeah, that's some weird shit though. He said he was watching him play though. Like what? Doesn't matter at this point. They're fighting for to escalate stalking. I don't know. Yeah, escalate stalking. That's some weird shit though. Wait, okay. I'll give you the golden gun, Dayrazy. Hold up a second. There you go. You have the golden gun, my friend. There you go. Because I'm not used to but I'm back. What did Mr. Din say this time? Say, oh, Sanchez. He said that he was watching Pickles play. Like literally, he's like stalking people. Baby Money, you already are a mod on one of your users, though. You already are a mod on one of your users, though. The thing is, you don't know which user is because you have 50 of them. Yeah, he is a mod though. On one of his users though. Yeah, he is. I don't understand why he doesn't use it though because he keeps switching though. He's over here on this one, then he switches to the other one. Oh, ponies, you're in for bad luck today. You're gonna get sniped. Coming in here saying they're stalking people. Wow, that's some crazy ass shit. I thought the mods would have gotten, but yeah, I timed them up for like a minute or so. That's insane though. Going out there and saying stuff like that. I mean, I wouldn't say that. Seriously, I wouldn't say that though. See, there you go, baby money. See what I mean? Use your damn thing. Come on, man. See? Because if I start adding moderator to all your users, there's gonna be 50 moderators in the chat, baby money. Because you have like 50 users though. And I told you already, instead of calling yourself BB Money, just call yourself I Got a Girlfriend and use that one, and we know it's you. Maybe the band will give him time to reflect and stop stalking Laugh Out Loud. I don't think that's gonna happen, my friends, because that's some weird stuff. Checking YouTube PFP is not stalking to do better, Ben. There was one point who docs his patient when he has an operating table to prove he wasn't. Oh, I remember that. Wow, it was a doctor and he was console while he was operating. Wow, I remember that he did that though. Like seriously, bro, that was insane. I mean, you got someone open on a table, or you're doing a surgery. You don't know what's going on with that person, and you go ahead and you take a moment to go console. What happened if that person would have died right there because of that 5 second tweet? Or probably let's say a 30-second tweet. In those 30 seconds, you have a person's life right there and shit. That was insane. I mean, that tells you how bad it is. Yeah, I mean, I mentioned this earlier. Like they go out there and they fight. Like I see these wars out there, and they also like to post like the people's like personal stuff. I'm like, why are you posting people's personal stuff? I mean, okay, you're console warring, which is okay. You can argue about, let's say they don't play games, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you're posting like stuff they've done in the past, like to show the world like who they are. I mean, bro, that's their personal life. I mean, if they never go ahead and showed it, that's their personal stuff. I mean, what happens to that person that you just posted their personal stuff? It goes after you because you decided to post something personal of his without his consent. Yikes. People were trying to get dealers home actual home to do what though? You made to do what? I mean, they come over here, they ain't gonna have fun though. They're not gonna have fun here. Oh man, they're not gonna have fun if they come here. Cause trust me, if they come here, you're gonna see my picture everywhere. And be all weird. Oh, see my picture everywhere. As I ain't taking that shit here. No, this is Dominican. We ain't taking that shit. None of my country didn't threaten me and stuff like that. Shit. No, I'm sorry, no. I know he's been accusing me. What did you Pickles? Pickles. The thing is, you go out there, you fight too much, and we talked about this conversation in private DMs. I always tell you, Pickles, do not let them get into your head. Don't let them, Pickles. The thing is, let me tell you something. Fanboys, they try to get into your head a lot. They do that. If you let them get into the head, and if you let them get into your head with all this stuff, then you start a fight, and then the chat gets tired and they leave. Well, I mean, I don't know what you did to them, but you pissed them off. Even the pony chance for crying out loud. I don't know. I don't know. You did something to piss him off, my friend. You did. So John Bon Zombie, he wants to do a change of subject, which is fantastic. I love that. He says, "Hey, thank you for bringing it back in, my friend. Hey, have the specs for Helix been released yet? Do you know what Helix is packing? No, we do not know. We don't know nothing yet. Um, I'm in my valid neutral opinion. Pickle fight too much. Yeah, he needs to stop fighting those guys. All you got to do is laugh at them, and that's it. That's what we do. We just laugh. That's why they come in here. They act like, oh, it's dead and everything. We laugh. But no, John Zombie, there's nothing been released. 4chan came out and mentioned some things, and usually 4chan sometimes hits it, misses. It all depends, though. But we have to wait till they what's it called? I'm gonna say though. We have to wait till Microsoft goes out there and poses what are the specs. So we don't know nothing yet. It's just been speculation talks. Oh, I mean, he's got a lot on you. Well, stop fighting them. Do what we do. We laugh. That's what we do. We laugh. We laugh and we just away. We don't challenge people in here. For what? Sometimes we debate them, but we don't challenge them. Nobody's table get pissed off of the point of stalking in real life. That's not Pickle's fault. Nothing is to blame for finding someone mentally unstable. Yeah, that's the thing though. That you can't be fighting because you don't know. Here's the thing though, because you gotta know something, Pickles. In life, you don't. This is why I always use the nice card. You don't know who is out there that you cannot like. Seriously, you do not know who is that person on the other side. You don't know who he is or what does he do. Fuck sakes, it could be serial killer. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, just adding some stuff on there, right? You don't know who he is, my friend. And the more you fight, you don't know if you might agitate that person to come by, right? And cause you damage. Come by, go to your place, figure out who you are. Because listen, there's ways to track people. I don't know how they do it, but there's ways to track people. So you got to avoid that, though. That's why you got to play the nice card. And when you see stuff like that, you just laugh and just keep on moving, my friend. Just keep on moving. Just laugh. Don't take it personal. Just laugh at him. That's what I do. Just laugh. I'm like, he's in here saying Xbox dead. Okay, goodbye. That's it. Yep. They will do anything, just win something. It's insane. So yeah, that's why you got to play the nice card though. Instead of going out there and saying, "F you, the hell with you," and all this stuff. Nah, waste of time. Man. Arguing. I mean, this is for fun, my friends. You gotta have fun. This is why we do this show every day to have fun, have good debates. Talk about Xbox. Of course, make fun of PlayStation fans. We do that, but that's it. Someone needs to bring up the PLM's attention. Maybe some question of moderation. Though. Wow. What tow guns these days? See, and now he did about his channel. I don't know. Well, I mean, I'll bring it up to him. No worries. I'll talk to Pilum. So yeah, GDC today, Chad. Let's bring it on up. Let's stop with all this fighting because at the end of the day, though, let's let them be, my friends. Let's let them be. Let's see what else is happening out there on Twitter. Let's have some fun. We saw some dev kits. I mean, we haven't seen it though, but it's out there. It's just the Xbox One dev kit, which I want to see the new console though. According to Jeff Gertzman, another Xbox studio had a Fallout game in development, but it was likely shelved, and the remix are most likely outsourced. There was a Fallout thing in development at another Microsoft-owned studio that I think is no longer going to see the light of day. I don't think they will probably not do the remakes. I think they have been outsourced to other, like the Fallout 3 thing has been outsourced to an external studio. Okay, your point. Um, I don't know why, but is there something big happening in GDC or something? Hmm. Let's see what's out there on Twitter. Let's see what's out there on Twitter. What's out there on Twitter, my friends? And now my computer froze when it was working fine. Some people are just plain nuts and could have. Let me see. Yeah, this is why you have to be careful with social media. Okay, someone might need a P-lump. Okay. Today is MS presentation. Yeah, today is MS presentation. Do you guys think we're going to see the console today or not? We'll probably see the console today or not. That's something we haven't debated in here. We'll probably see it. I don't know. It would be weird if they actually showed the console today. It'll be weird. Now, if there was a console though, they would have covered it up or something. I don't know. They would have done something like cover it up, or unless it's behind a wall. Yes. Can you imagine like the Rock coming out of like the back of the wall and saying, "Yeah, oh, this is a new Xbox," like it did, back in the day with Bill Gates. Can you imagine that? I mean, that'd be cool though. That'd be cool. And probably he can though, because since when is GDC? Oh Lord, it's it's like in 2 hours or something like that. I don't know. Everybody's asking the same question though. That's funny. That's funny though. Another news: Leon is riding a bicycle. Oh, that's funny. They're facing a fight with bicycles. That's funny though. Oh, the liquors. Hmm. Let's see what's happening here. Let's see what's happening here. What do you see have a stream? I think so. They will though. I think they will. I think they will. I mean, I don't know. I hope they do, because at the end of the day, we want to see what's happening though. They told me the time. Let me just look for it. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it though. So it says here. There it says 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. though. But I don't know if the console will be announced though. That's the thing. I don't know if it will be announced, my friends. That's the thing though. Will we see the new console? My friend, I don't know. If I did know, I would not. And let me zoom in on this one. And if I did know, I still would not tell you, because I don't want to ruin element of surprise. And not only that, it's not a gentleman thing to do. It's not. I'm sorry. Like no matter what, if I knew some insider information or not, it's still not good to throw it out there. It's still not good to throw things out there, like how they do. Like they go out there and they say, "Oh, blank checks" and stuff like that. It's not a nice thing to do though, because literally at the end of the day, these companies sit down, have conversations with with the staff, and probably whatever was said in that with the staff conversation was not meant to go out there and be talked about a lot. Or yeah, it's not proper, my friends, because it's not a proper thing to do. And not only that, you also like seriously telling the other side of the competition, like, oh yeah, they're giving a blank check, do whatever you want. And even though the competition might get nervous or not, there's just they'll figure out a strategy to take them down. Would it be a live broadcast? That, my friend, I don't know if it's going to be streamed, but Big B Money says it is on YouTube though. So let me see. We just have to look though. Let's go look for it right now. Let me go see. I'm gonna go into YouTube and check if Xbox can live stream the GDC. All I know, there is a Discord which I forgot to join yesterday. I have to check it out. Let me see though if it's gonna be live streamed. We had ID at Xbox yesterday, but I'm not seeing any streams that are coming up today with GDC. Let me see though. So for live for today, I'm checking out right now. I don't see any streams being there though. So if there's going to be a stream, they'll probably have to put it on their. If they do put it on their own channel, which is probably at their own channel though. And we trust that BB says that. I don't know because I just went to the site. I haven't seen it, but maybe it will. Chat, maybe it will. They'll probably announce it later. The cost will not be announced. MS is addressing developers about the tools and overview. Yeah, that's what they're saying though. That's what they're saying. So Grizz says, I'm hungry as hell. I am too, Grizz. I am too. I am hungry too. I'm about to go make some eggs. Eggs with sandwiches because, for me, I have a long day ahead of me, my friend. I got to go out pretty soon. I got to go do something, my friend. I got to go do something, which comes down to the papers I'm doing for Spain. I don't know. Big Money. Look, I don't know if they will stream because did they stream the GDC last year? All they did was it at Xbox, though, but I did not see them stream GDC, though. All I know is that newsletters and everything came out there and started talking about stuff. News media, I mean, came out there and said some stuff though. But maybe they will stream it though. Yeah, the box has been announced. It's called Project Helix. We don't know the name of it, but yeah. So you're going to shine your shoes before work? Oh, I shine the shoes on the weekend, my friend. I don't shine them every day. I shine them on the weekend. Because if I shine them every day, I would probably, unless they got really dirty. Louis, Sony should be wrapping up after day two in court today. I don't know. All I know is we're going to be covering a lot of the Sony court things. We're going to be covering a lot of that stuff. We're going to see what the defense has to say. And of course, tomorrow, chat, we are going to cover everything that was with GDC that happened. There's going to be a lot of stuff being thrown out there. There's going to be cool conversations. We see a lot of podcasters out there, right now taking pictures with Phil, Asha, and all that stuff. So yeah, we're gonna have cool conversation. There's gonna be some cool stuff happening. But chats, the crazy ones gotta go. Like I said, I gotta go work on my Spain papers. Gotta do a couple things, and yeah, that's the show for today. We don't have nothing else more to talk about. I already brought up some cool conversation with Peter Moore, what he talked about the 360 days that I found interesting to talk about here, and also Epic to pay bills, insane. Where do you send it to me, Big B? Where at? All right, here it is. Big B, Big B. This is 2026 Independent Games Festival Awards. This is not the Xbox for GDC, Big B Money. What? Chad, let me show you what BB says though. This is why I thought was like, wait, are they streaming this? Well, I'm not remember like if they stream this, then I will go ahead and talk about it. But that's not it though. This is what BB says. Seriously, Big B? Seriously? This is what you were saying they were going to show today? This, again, let me read this loud and clear. 2026 Independent Games Festival Awards. The IGI celebrating boundary pushing indie teams and studio creators with major recognition and cash prizes across categories. This is about giving awards away, Big B Money. It's in the description right there. Oh, BB. Oh, BB. You gotta sometimes BB, you gotta take a moment and read stuff, BB. Gio Walker, what's up? The videos from Xbox CDC are usually posted in April. They do not stream. They edit information that they don't put. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Thank you for that, Gio Walker. Yeah, because I remember that. I don't never saw it on streaming though. They should, and let me tell you something. They should stream this because to be honest though, I don't know why they don't stream. This conversation is important though. That on me, laugh out loud. Damn, yeah, that on you, my friend. That on you because you say, yeah, they're gonna stream at 9:30. I said 9:30. I'm confused because this is 10 a.m. though. Damn. Oh Lord, pickles, don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. But chat, like always, before I go, tell me what you've all been playing. I gotta run real quick and tinkle, and I'll be right back though. Man, I'm hungry. I gotta make some food though. Today is a hungry day. Woo! I'm hungry for food. Yay! Amazon follow me? Okay, good. I don't want to follow me in here. Oh. All right. Sorry about that, chat. Sinceres, what's up, man? Good morning. Oh man, Sinceres. Oh, Grizz got sniped. Why did Grizz get sniped though? What do you say though? One of the insiders at DC right now. He texts me. Oh Lord, he says he tested the Xbox is dead. Oh Lord, stop lying, Grizz. Stop lying. Star Outlaws and FF2, nice, nice, nice. No, they're just trolling Big B money because Big B was saying that if they was gonna stream the GDC, I'm like, when did they have these stream GDC though? And then he sends me the video of what the stream was, and it was all about independent games, festival awards. I'm like, that has nothing to do with what's going on with Xbox today. um, that's some funny stuff right there. That's some funny stuff. That's some funny stuff. Oh God. You gotta laugh at stuff like this. Xbox is dead. My Series X works just fine. Mine too. All of ours do too. I love when they go out there and say the Xbox is dead and yet. Oh God. Oh God. Chat tomorrow morning. We're gonna talk some GDC. We're gonna talk Resident Evil Requiem. I'm gonna give you guys my review of Resident Evil Requiem tomorrow morning. And yeah, so whatever comes out with GDC, some cool stuff, important stuff, we'll go ahead and tackle that in, and of course have a nice conversation about it. And And my eyes too. My PS4 Pro is fucked though. Damn, says we're rat. Oh, I'm sorry about that, bro. I'm sorry. I hate when consoles, break. I hate it. Doesn't matter which console it is. I hate it when they break though. Now, if it catches fire though, that'll be interesting. But still, I'll hit it if it breaks though, and catches fire too though. But yeah, I'll be like, whoa. Hey, Mr. Teddy Keys, how you doing, sir? To everyone, let's go Xbox. Yes, today comes more conversation about Xbox. We're all hyped about it. Let's wait and see what comes around to it. So yeah, chat. That's what we're doing tomorrow morning. So chat, like always. Thank you all for hanging out with me today. Thank you all for super chats. Thank you all for memberships. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. I love you guys to death. Seriously, you guys are the best. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bought the disk drive and new plates for my Pro, and decided to stop working. Oh, but I don't even know what to say, my friend. Sucks when that happens, man. Sucks. I don't like to make fun of that stuff, but shit, because it sucks when you turn that thing on. Does. What Dave in here? I don't see What do you mean by Web Dave though? Who's Web Dave? I know Web Dave, but not Web Dave though. Who's Web Dave? Why are you saying Web Dave in the wrong name though? What did Web Dave do to you? Huh? But chat, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also hit that bell so I can tell you when XBI content comes on. And guys, have a beautiful, and I do mean a beautiful and awesome Wednesday. Have a great GDC, my friends. I will watch it later on as soon as I get home. And as always, I will see you guys on the Xbox International Podcast on Wednesdays if we do come back. Right here in this very same channel with the Big Plume, Silent Cipher, and Sour Blow. And on Fridays, invite me if they don't. Expand Espanol with Elvis Elencita and Metal Berserker. Last but not least, good morning with Crazy Luke Gaming when I send that signal out over there on Twitter X, Blue Sky, Discord, and YouTube. And that's why you got to hit that bell so you can know when the crazy one comes on to talk about what's happening in the gaming news world. Chat, have a beautiful Wednesday. Have a great GDC. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning on Good Morning with Crazy Lou Gaming. Bye, y'all. Have an awesome one. And Sith Lord, enjoy your B-Day, my friend. Bye-bye, guys.